Okay, a little coffee action. Now it's time to put Joe Marina. I don't know how you say it. Time to get a new body on our Mini Z. Let's dive into it. What's going on, guys? Walter with the RC Addiction Vlog. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC Vlog. Guys, today we are back on the workbench. If you saw our last Mini Z race, we were a little bit bummed that we had to run our Audi R8 body again. We were trying to get this body before our next race, but we weren't able to make it happen. So we ran it last night. Race went great. We didn't have that great a night of racing in the A main, but it is what it is. On to the next one. What we're going to do today is get one of these Jomurema. How do you, I don't know. You guys drop me a comment. Let me know how you say this. Jomurema, I don't know. I don't know how you say it. Either way, we are going to get one of his bodies, one of his hard bodies mounted on the Mini Z today. But I just wanted to go over the body themselves and show you guys that what's all involved in one of these. This is the first time I've done one, so I'm going to learn with you guys right now. I don't want to, I've said this before in the last couple Mini Z videos, is I didn't want my Audi body to get beat up. I want to save it because it's a licensed body. So we've ran it a few times, and then now it's time to get one of the hard bodies on there, which this is something that our class allows. Now, you guys will have to double check with your club and your racing rules to make sure that this hard body is allowed in your class. Most Mini Z classes or most Mini Z racetracks do allow these in the box stock class, but you should double check as well. And then the other thing we got on top of the body, even though the body does come with a wing, we went ahead and purchased the rear D-force wing. So I'm assuming this is more of a high downforce wing for the car or for this body. So we are going to try that out as well, rather than using the spoiler that comes in the bag. Body, it looks like we've got a couple things in there that we're going to have to assemble, so let's get this thing opened up and see what we got. Like I said, guys, I've never put one of these together either, so this will be my first time doing it. I don't know what to expect. Oh, let's see here. Looks like we got a number sheet and a little decal sheet for you to dress up the car afterwards, which is kind of nice. The bummer part is that they got super wrinkled. So it's going to be hard if I'm going to even be able to use those. So we'll see. We might have to put those inside and lay something flat on them, see if they'll come out. So we got lots of parts here. There's a whole bag full of parts here. Let's see. Let's get this cut open. Okay. We got lots of parts here to go through. Dang, you even got to put the, okay. Okay, so starting out what it comes with, we've got body, window set, the stock spoiler, which we won't use, so we'll set that back here. Looks like we got the front mounting plate that looks like that probably goes on the car. Then it looks like we got our two body posts that will go in, and I think we have to glue those in. And then I don't know what this is for. Maybe I'll need some help with that. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments what that was for. And then it looks like we've got our headlights and our tail lights and a little bit of hardware to put the pieces in. So we're going to go ahead and get the window set and all that stuff in. We'll come back to you guys when we have all this together, and I'll go over anything specific. So let's get it done. Okay, that was quite the project. A little bit more than I thought, actually. I didn't expect to have to glue the taillights and the headlights in, but we got it done. So one of the things that I would recommend body is if you don't have some really good hobby glue or hobby cement and some like fine brushes, hobby like paint brushes, and I'll put a link in the description below for what I'm recommending, but basically like the picture here, little tiny paint brushes. And the reason I say that is because you do have to lay down little bits of glue inside the interior of the taillight and the headlight, and it is very difficult to try and do that. I thought I was going to be able to do it with glue tips that we use for gluing tires in our 10 scale, but it did not work at all. Luckily, I didn't ruin the body by using those, so I was able to steal one of my wife's makeup brushes that was too old and that she was using, getting ready to get rid of, so I was able to still make it happen. As far as the way, now what I did, I would tell you guys too, when you guys are putting this together, to pay attention to, I'm sure, so there's these little, on your stock body, you have these little body, I call them clips, the clips that clip onto the chassis in the back. You have to install those and glue those in. And I'm assuming that for each platform or model of car, whether it's an MR04 wide, I'm assuming based on just the different cars themselves that these body posts need to be in different position, and it does allow you to slide them up and down. So what you want to do is make sure you are very, very on point with where you glue those, because if you don't have them in the right spot, then they're not going to attach to the chassis properly, and I'm assuming that could cause you some issues while racing if you get bumped into, or you know, popping the body off mid-race if something was to happen, if you clipped a pipe or something. So as you can see, we've got the windshield and the windows like section in. This just pops in on these tabs. I thought there was hardware that went in on these, but there is not. They do just kind of get pressed on those tabs. Now what I did is put a little dab of glue on each tab to hopefully help hold the windows nice and tight as well. I haven't seen anybody with any issues of the windows falling out, but I don't want mine to, so that's how we're gonna do it. Okay. And then what we also did was got that high downforce wing on there. The one thing I did do, and I don't know if this is correct or not, I couldn't really find a video online, is if the screws were supposed to go down through the wing into the body, or if you go from through the body into the wing. So I went through the body into the wing to hopefully minimize the amount of drag on that flat surface area on the wing. I figured even the screw heads could probably make a big difference as far as drag on the wings. So I'm hoping that that's maybe the right call. If it's not, you'll let me know. Drop a comment below. But we like the purple body, or magenta, I think is what they call it. You also have to put the body mount, the front body post mount on the car itself. So you take the factory one off, replace it with the one that they give you in the car, or in the kit with the body, and it goes right in the same factory location. It's just swap one for the other. It's probably a little bit longer, I'm assuming. It looked like when I measured them than the factory body mount. So obviously once you get this thing on here, guys, it looks incredible. Let me get this thing snapped in here. I'm still kind of waiting for things to dry too, so you gotta bear with me. I'm trying to be gentle here. Bam. Look at that. That thing turned out amazing, guys. We were super excited about this. This gives us the ability to save our awesome licensed R8 body, put that thing on the shelf, and go ahead and beat up this little bit cheaper body that's actually seeming to be faster. I know that most of you Mini Z racers will, you know, have the arguments of whether it's faster or not faster. It seems to me, based on the last few weeks of racing, that these are a little bit faster. And I don't know if it's the wing, if it's the body, if it's the little bit longer length or width on the body. We don't know, but we're going to find out. We're going to see what happens. The other thing we did try to get our stickers situated here. And we're going to go ahead and get some of these decals put on. This is the decal sheet that comes with the body. So we are going to go ahead and try and get a couple of those on just to help decorate the car and not make it look so plain Jane. Maybe a little bit more race car-ish. Outside of that, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button down below. As always, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And guys, we will see you next time.